Alright, today I'm going to be showing you how to install a rivet, also very commonly known as a POP rivet. The reason they have the name POP Rivet is because the name POP was the original brand that invented this amazing invention. How POP rivets work basically is you drill a hole, you put this thicker, bulkier side through the hole while this little ring, this lip here, is greater than the size of the hole. So that catches on the inside of the hole. Then, without having to access the other side of your materials, using one of these riveters, and what that does, it pushes this aluminium through to the back of this rivet here, and that grows greater in size, basically trapping those two bits of material in together. It is a great invention if you do need to tie two bits of steel together, two bits of metals or something together where you can't access the other side of the material or the workspace you're working on. First thing you're going to do is determine what size rivet you want to use. There are many different sizes. I've got two separate sizes here just as a demonstration, and honestly, the bigger they are, the stronger they're going to be. If you've got something that already has a pre-drilled hole, such as a door hinge, you're going to need something that's small enough here to slide through that hole, but where this lip around the rivet will still catch on and won't be able to pass through the hole. So you get your sizing right, you're going to be able to push that through the hole. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to drill a hole through the other material that you're riveting it to, that you're joining onto. In this case, we're just going to use two scrap bits of metal, and I'm just going to hold them together, drill a hole through them, and put my rivet in. So when selecting your drill bit, you want to check the size of the rivet again. This drill bit needs to be greater than this end thick bit of the rivet, but once again smaller than that little ring around it. So that way your rivet can slide through, and when it hits that ring, it's just going to come to a stop there. You're going to grab your two materials. If in this case they are two loose bits of materials, I definitely recommend clamping them together, because when you're drilling it, you don't want some bits of steel like that spinning around and cutting a finger off. When you've got that clamped together and it's not going to go anywhere, get your drill and drill your hole exactly where you want your rivet to go. So here we have it. I've got my two holes. I can line them up together. My rivet will slide through, but it's not going to go past that lip there because I've chosen the right size drill bit. If on a piece of work you do need quite a few rivets to hold it together, I'd always recommend doing your first one, connecting it and tightening your rivet off before you start drilling other holes. What you don't want to do is drill a few holes and have your two bits of steel slightly move off set of one of the first holes you did, and then you'll go back to your first holes and they won't line up. The next important thing to do, if you've got a riveter like this, you will see that you've got a few different size attachments here, and these can be taken on and off from the nozzle of your riveter with using a shifter. You want to make sure you got the right size so that this back side of your rivet will slide through into it just like that, and it has a nice tight firm grip. These other two small ones here, I'm using a large size rivet, so this rivet won't even fit into those ones. If I grab one of the smaller rivets I've got here, it won't fit into that smaller one, but that's perfect in the medium one. And if I go to the large one, I put it in there, and it's just got a bit of movement around, and it's just going to make the job a lot harder. So you want to find the smallest hole that your rivet fits in, and that is putting it backwards in that way there. So back to this project, I'm going to line my holes up again, clamp it together. I'm just going to keep it easy by holding everything together so there's no chance of it slipping or getting out of line with each other. I'm going to slide my rivet into my riveter and have it sitting in like that, and then we're going to slide that all the way through into our two bits of steel. All you do at this point now is just squeeze it together, and there might be a few hard squeezes, and it's going to push the aluminium into the backside there, which, if you can see in this demonstration, will start to get larger and larger. And right when it can't take any more pressure, your riveter will snap off the excess bit of your rivet. I can take this apart, and there you have it. You've got your rivet holding these two bits of steel together, and that's a nice, strong, firm hold that isn't going to break apart. Once again, the larger size the rivet you use, the thicker the rivet you use, the stronger it's going to be. If you screwed up your rivet, you don't want it there and you want to remove it, the easiest way to remove a rivet is by getting a drill bit and just drilling through the center of your rivet and just drilling out the aluminium. If you do that once again, you can drill out your rivet and you've got another hole there if you need to re-rivet it, or just patch it up later if you made a mistake. There you go, that is how easy it is to install a rivet to two surfaces. I hope this video did cover everything you were wondering and was easy to follow. Thank you for watching, and please consider hitting that subscribe button. It means a lot. Thank you.